Maputo, Mozambique. This is another country that I visited years ago, but only got a chance to spend 3 days in because of my past work schedule. But I'm back, so let's see how it really goes down in Maputo, Mozambique. As always, we're going to be checking out some things to do in the city, including beaches, nightlife, attractions, and more, so that you'll have an idea of some things to do in the city if you ever decide to visit. So buckle up and get comfortable as we explore Maputo, Mozambique. So for those that don't know, Mozambique is located in southern Africa, with the Indian Ocean to the east, Malawi and Tanzania to the north, Zambia and Zimbabwe to the west, and South Africa and Eswatini to the south. Maputo is its capital city and has a population of about 1 million people. So during my first visit to Maputo, I didn't really hang out at the beach like I wanted to. So I made sure to make that a first and frequent stop during this trip. The beach located right inside of Maputo is called Costa do Sol. Costa do Sol is a very cool and relaxed beach. It doesn't have a lot going on here, making it a perfect place to just chill or take a swim. There are lots of cool restaurants around where you can try delicious seafood like fresh prawns and fish. The sand here is just about perfect, making it good for things like volleyball and other fun activities, which you'll see a lot of. If you're up for it, you can also enjoy water sports like jet skiing and windsurfing. With its friendly atmosphere, tasty food, and fun activities, Costa do Sol is a fantastic destination, whether you're traveling solo like me or with family and friends. Now, my first visit to Maputo, I didn't do any partying whatsoever, so I was dying to get out and see what the nightlife was all about. Since I arrived during the weekday, I started off by hitting up a popular bar and restaurant called Cardápio Caseiro. This place was very chill. They have a great DJ, some delicious wings, and everyone I met was very cool. I would say this is kind of like a pregame spot. Now on the weekends, things definitely start to turn up. A good starter spot in the city is the Restaurant and Lounge, South Beach. The atmosphere here is chill and friendly, making it a great place to meet new people. They also have some really good DJs rolling through here, depending on the night you're visiting. One of my favorite spots in the city. Now when it comes to actual nightclubs, the main spot in Maputo was Club Opium. To be honest, the DJs here weren't the best, but the club was super nice and had some lovely ladies. I also met some awesome people here that I ended up hanging out with throughout the length of my trip. The city also has a lot of smaller bars and lounges like White Sets Bar and Roots Bar. But no matter what vibe you're looking for, I'm sure you'll find it in Maputo. So while here, I heard that Maputo had a lot of interesting markets to check out. So the first one I decided to visit was the Maputo Fish Market, which is right off the beach. This is a market where you can go and shop for all kinds of fresh fish caught off the shores of Maputo, and there is definitely a wide variety. As you can imagine, many locals and businesses come here to buy food. But what I like most about the fish market is that on the property, there are a bunch of small restaurants cooking up fish directly from the market that you can enjoy right on the spot. Now all these restaurants are so close that it looks like one big restaurant, but it definitely isn't. Each one has waiters hustling for your business, trying to get you to come to their spot. Some areas have DJs playing the latest hits, and some allow you to bring your own music, like if you're having a birthday party or something like that. A typical meal here is kind of on the pricey side compared to restaurants in town, about $17 or so, but it's well worth it, as they serve some of the best fish I've ever had. About 1 kilometer from the fish market, you'll also find the Maputo chicken market. Now here, they don't have an area where they butcher meat to take home, but just like the fish market, they have many restaurants that have really good food. And it's much more affordable, about $5 or $6 per meal, depending on what you're getting. Now I didn't just visit food markets. I also visited the Shapamanini market to do some shopping. Now I've been told that this is one of the bigger markets in Maputo, so you can literally find just about anything. From clothes to wigs, car parts, food, roofing materials, you name it. I personally love going to markets in different cities, not only because you can find great gifts and souvenirs, but also because you can really feel the energy and spirit of a city here. While in town, I also visited the Fortress of Maputo, located right in a busy area of the city center, not far from the coast. Built in the late 18th century by the Portuguese, it served as a military defense against potential invaders and pirates. Over the years, it has witnessed significant events, including colonial conflicts and the fight for independence. Today, the fortress is a museum showcasing Mozambique's rich history, featuring old cannons, statues, and artifacts from the past. A very interesting sight to say the least. I also visited the Museum of Currency. Here, you'll learn about the history of money in Mozambique. For those that don't know, I love collecting currency from the different countries I visit, so this museum was right up my alley. They have a collection of coins and banknotes from different periods, and visitors can see how the designs and materials of money has evolved over time. Not only that, they also have coins and banknotes from all over the globe. I'm talking currencies from across Asia, the Americas, Europe, throughout Africa, I mean everywhere. Definitely a museum you might want to check out. As far as my accommodations while in Maputo, I stayed at the VIP Grand Maputo. Unfortunately, my footage of the hotel was corrupted, but the property was fairly priced at $90 per night. Also, breakfast was included, and it had all the amenities you would expect from a 3 or 4-star hotel. On top of that, it was within a 15-minute drive from most of the destinations discussed throughout the video. Alright, now one of the things I enjoyed most while in Maputo was just joyriding around the city with friends I met in town. Maputo is a very beautiful and interesting city. They have some very unique architecture throughout town, and there's always something going on. Riding around seeing people living their everyday life is always very interesting, no matter where I'm at in the world. Now as far as transportation when I wasn't with friends, I used the app Yango, which is a rideshare service that is very similar to Uber. Most rides inside of city limits cost me between $4 and $10, depending on where I was going, so the service is pretty affordable. When it comes to entry into the country, Mozambique is visa-free for American passport holders, so getting through immigration was very easy and straightforward. There was also some type of tax or fee I had to pay upon entry into the country, and I think it was about $15 or so, if I remember correctly. I thoroughly enjoyed this trip to Maputo, and I might just come back later in the year. If you're from Maputo or have visited before, let me know some places I should visit during my next trip here. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.